That's what it's like when you finish a bike race. 2:17 a.m. Arrive at home.
Go, 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 go! It works?
I think you have to train everything, yeah? I think it works the tricks, eh?
The problem is the second one when you then fly over.
But it fall down completely.
And it comes in the peloton and wipes out the rest of the peloton. And when you come to Belgium and you race, and you know it's quite hectic, and they put this up. These are what they call form fuckers. You hit these things, or you hit a pole in these races, it potentially ends your career. So, not a place you want to be in. They do their best, but sometimes has to be questioned why we choose these roads. But anyway, so it is. At least it's very, very well signposted. Hey, I love that slogan. Ready for impact. That's ridiculous. Here he is. Stuart Grady, past teammate. Hey? That's good days, boy.
Lucky one of us is still fit.
You know, we're just laughing now because all the people are pushing him out the way to have a photo with me, and I'm like, he's one Peru, mate.
I'm like a super fan. You have a photo with me?
He's coming with a big group from where? Australia, from the Netherlands.
All over the place. Canada, US.
Great tour guide as well, mate.
Hey everyone, so this is Brabantse Pijl. This is one of the final races for the Flemish Classics. It's kind of an introduction to normally an introduction to the Ardennes Classics. Really tough race. I mean, it's out and back for 120 Ks and pretty uneventful. A few little climbs here and there. Wasn't much wind on the day, and we came back to the finishing circuits. The finishing circuit will do 3 times. We enter at about 3/4 of the way, so we actually do 3 3/4 of the circuit. So it's 4 climbs in total every lap, and we enter on the first time we actually enter the circuit, we enter straight onto the cobbles. But it's a mad downhill run. So once you hit the cobbles, and with the wet that we experienced on the day, you know, everybody said it was going to be dry, but it was far from dry. It was wet all day, raining from start to finish, and that definitely turned the race on its head. We knew coming into the circuit that the first cobble section, it's going to be just exploding. And that's what happened. A group kind of rode away straight away. We had Nitolo in there. It came back, and that was the kind of thing about the whole day, was groups were going, groups were coming back until there became a main group. I mean, if I talk you through the circuit, so the first section we hit is a cobble section with 700 meters. Everybody fights for either the left or the right-hand side of the road, just purely because it's easier. In the middle is the cobble section, the right and the left is a little bit of a concrete strip, but it's probably about only 20 centimeters wide, if that. You can clip your pedals and things like that happen, so probably the first couple laps better to ride in the middle on the cobbles, because anything happens on the right or left, you're stuck there. And yeah, then we go into the next climb, which is I think it's a Moxa Straat. Can't pronounce all these names, but it's also 500 meters cobble climb, and very, very difficult. It was used in the World Championships last year, and obviously with it being wet, grip becomes a thing. You know, you've got to stay seated the whole way. Makes it very challenging. Once you do that climb, you kind of descend, do a short descent through onto another little main road, but you're only on there for about another 500 meters till you turn left and you hit another climb, which is about 1.1 k's long. This is always like quite a hard section. It's really steep at the bottom, then it flattens near the top, and then it becomes a little bit windy and open near the top. So very difficult climb as well. And a lot of attacks went there early on in the race, and groups were splitting and groups were coming back thereafter once we hit the main road next to the little dam there, or yeah, a little dam or lake. And then we do 1.1 k's again to the climb to the finish. which is not overly hard, but probably 5 or 6%, and it's just all the way up to the finish line where it flattens at 200 meters to go. And then you kind of do another little narrow section, and got a lot of these little form fuckers along the way, and then you kind of turn right into the climb, and it's also a super narrow road. It's a short climb, about 700 meters, but also 15-16% at some parts, and another place to attack in the race. So I actually had to go there early on when I sensed I was near the front and things had been strung out. I thought, let me have a go here. Nothing really happened, but you know, you got to try in these races. You've got to try to get on the front foot in the Brabantse Pijl. It's a difficult race to actually know when is the right moment, but eventually 10 guys went strong, went away, and they were too strong for the whole peloton. You know, the big names, Pidcock, these guys, and Sheffield won the race, just by the way, and he put in a decent attack. Ineos actually nailed it. They had 3 guys in that final group, so as a team they rode really well. And we were fighting for the minor placings, and I was pretty chuffed to, you know, win the bunch sprint. That was well, it was actually going to be for 11th, but 2 guys clipped away at about 1.5 K to go. So we caught them just on the line, but we didn't manage to get past them. So that being said, I was 13th on the day. We fought for everything we could. We had a great team. The team gelled well together, and I was really chuffed just to be back around that mark and kind of be able to execute a little bit there at the finish, especially with the hard finish it was. Quite demanding all day, you know, 15 little climbs that we repeated in the last 15 climbs that we did in the last 80k. And with the narrow roads and the wet and things like that, managed quite well. So pretty chuffed with that. And you know, there's only one thing that happened yesterday. Could have been avoided by both the riders and the cars coming through. Ineos kind of squeezed past us on the finish line, just made it, and then obviously Quickstep wanted to also get part of the action. They clipped Brian Coquard, and that brought down a couple guys, maybe 3 or 4, brought down Alaphilippe as well. Crashed in front of me, I had to stop, restart again, and they kind of left, you know, this was on the last lap, and that kind of, when we ran into the next cobble section climb, I started right at the back, and that's when, you know, Michael Matthews and 2 others clipped off the front. So it would have been nice to be able to challenge for that, but anyway, you know, missed that. They came 8th or so. So it's nothing too bad, but yeah, it's kind of just messed up a little bit of the race for us. But you know, the big thing is about the cars there. I mean, who's in the right, who's in the wrong? The riders always at the, you know, riders as well. We don't give enough space. We can hear the cars hooting, and guys are still trying to pass on the left-hand side when it'd be pretty easy just to let the cars pass. So I can understand the cars being frustrated. I can understand the riders being frustrated because we're fighting for position. And really, Brabantse Pijl is not a course where it was easy to come past with the car. We could, honestly, I can say during the whole course, I think only Ineos passed us throughout the whole day. So nobody else passed our riders unless they got dropped. So I can understand the frustration from teams that had guys in the breakaways, and I can also understand like the riders' point where, hey, we're still racing here, and it's the rider should be seen as the priority. But you know, it's accidents do happen. I don't think anything was done on purpose, of course not. But it just shows you that there is, you know, maybe there needs to be something said or some kind of rule made through where riders need to give way to the cars or vice versa. But definitely, it's sad when you see guys just come down just from something like that. And my tooth made it, so guys, that's a good thing. And I just want to say I'll be heading to Flèche Wallonne, Liège-Bastogne-Liège next week. I'll fly up on Monday. The Flèche Wallonne is on Wednesday, so we'll do recon on Tuesday. We've got a great team going there. Really focused, really motivated to be with the guys again, and it given me a nice confidence boost going forward. So look forward to getting there and being at the races. And these are monuments, these are big runs, so that's always super nice to be at these races because the atmosphere there's just electric. So guys, hope to have a great update after the Flèche and Liège. Have a good week, be lekker, see you soon.
Shifting today. Hey, you improved today.
How was the shifting today?
But then how was my performance? Also improved. I was there.
Yeah, you were there. Yeah, you were there. So that's definitely, yeah.
So with good shifting comes good performance.
Oh, amazing. And the rest?
Rest was good. That was good today.
Okay.
Thank you. You guys got enough bottles?
Yeah.
How much space you got there?
Okay.
You can have a free bottle if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Eh?